Welcome to the handover ceremony and allocation draw for the 63rd Eurovision Song Contest that will be held here in Lisbon, Portugal, with semifinals on the 8th and 10th of May and the grand final on the 12th.
Yes, we are here because in May 2017, Salvador Sobral won the 62nd Eurovision Song Contest in Kiev, Ukraine, of course, with the largest ever number of points given to a song in the history of this competition.
Amar Pelos Dois was Portugal's first ever win in the Eurovision Song Contest, and this year our country welcomes everyone to Lisbon. All aboard is our motto, and today we officially kick off this Eurovision year in Lisbon.
Exactly.
My name is Silvia Alberto.
Oh, very good.
Yes. And I'm here with my dear friend, Filomena Cautela.
Oh, that's so sweet. Oh, thank you so much.
Slowly.
Oh, thank you so much. That's very sweet.
For them to get
Very
our
sweet
names
of you, my
properly.
dear.
That's it.
Thank you so much. But you know that we won't be alone on the Eurovision stage this May. Is that right, my dear? Yes, that is. So I propose let's meet the two extraordinary ladies that will be joining us on stage, and pay attention because we have some useful tips for you. Check it out.
Clock it. For me, Lisbon carries the weight and the beauty of history.
If you want to go to the arena, you should ask to someone like this. Como é que se vai para a arena? It's not easy.
You can just ask, like, where's the beach? But if you want to be really, really typical and really, really Portuguese, this is what you ask. Where's the beach? Put me the cream. This is what you do if you want to be really typical and really Portuguese. Or else just say, where's the beach, man? And we'll help you. No problem.
If you come and visit Portugal, I will teach you how to ask for a coffee. And this is how you say it. Queria café, por favor. I would like a coffee, please.
In Lisbon, you shouldn't miss our taverns, you shouldn't miss singing fado, and also you shouldn't miss our people. Ask some questions, lose yourself, have fun. Thank you. So today we are live from the beautiful noble room of Lisbon City Hall for a very special ceremony. Two, actually.
Yes, that is right. First, the mayor of Kiev, where last year's Eurovision Song Contest took place, will hand over the host city insignia to the mayor of Lisbon. So Eurovision is now officially moving from Ukraine to Portugal.
That's it. And after that, we will allocate the positions for the countries that will have to compete in the two semifinals. All of the big five, France, Germany, Italy, Spain, and the United Kingdom, as well as the host country, Portugal, do not need to go through this process, but we'll get to that later on.
We will. This year, we will have a record number of 43 participants. Well, actually, that is as many as the all-time high number of participants as the Eurovision Song Contest had in 2008 and 2011, am I right?
So that was Belgrade and Düsseldorf.
That's incredible. You did your homework.
Yes,
congratulations.
I did.
That's very good.
Yeah, and I'm proud of myself. So this year, Lisbon welcomes you, and the wonderful arena in Parque das Nações will be one of the many sites the city will have for you all to discover. In fact, there are many places for you to discover all over our beautiful country.
That is right. This is a fascinating country, full of surprises. Believe me when I say, you can't skip us. Yes. That is Lisbon, Eurovision City in 2018.
And let's go ahead with the first of today's ceremonies. And for that, we welcome Lisbon's mayor, Mr. Fernando Medina.
Yes.
Again,
Welcome, sir. Please.
Beijinho.
Hello, thank you all. Dear Vitali, dear Minister, dear Gonçalo, dear Executive Director of EBU, Deputy Mayors all present, Ambassador, dear friends and guests. It's a great pleasure for Lisbon to receive this event, because this event marks the handover from Kiev to Lisbon from the organization of the Eurovision final. This is a great moment for Lisbon. This is going to be a great moment in the history of the festival and for the Portuguese people. Lisbon is a fascinating city. Lisbon is a vibrant city, one of the most vibrant and fascinating cities, full of history, full of modernity, full of innovation, full of stories to talk. So I want to invite you all to all of this great adventure that is going to be the next months. Knowing Lisbon, lose yourselves in the streets of Lisbon. Know more about our history, know more about our present, think with us about our future. You are going to hear a lot of things about Lisbon, but I want to tell you the most special one. People here in Lisbon, they love to receive the ones that come from abroad. We want to receive and we want people to know Lisbon. So everyone that is going to meet Lisbon is going to feel surprised, and mainly they are going to feel at home. I want to thank in this moment to the organization of Eurovision. I want to thank Vitality for the amazing process that you organized in last edition. I want to thank RTP and Gonçalo Reis and all the team that put together a strong partnership with Lisbon to putting forward this amazing edition. I want to thank all, but mainly I want to thank Salvador Sobral, because his music, his deliverance, his way of speaking about music and through music allow us to show Lisbon to the world. And I think this edition is going to be one of the best editions of the Eurovision, and I want to tell you all, welcome to Lisbon.
Yes. Thank you, Mr. Fernando Medina. Just a second, because last year, Kiev was the city that was hosting the Eurovision Song Contest. So shall we go back there for a while?
Yes, please.
Let's go.
Beautiful. So now we call on stage Kiev's mayor. Please welcome Mr. Vitaly Klitschko.
Dear ladies and gentlemen, dear friends, big regards from capital of Ukraine to capital of Portugal. We feel happy the last year Kiev became the musical capital of Europe, and Eurovision unite people, whether matter the languages, nationality or culture. When Jamala won the Eurovision Song Contest 2016, where everybody was so happy, we are left the grateful to hear the world has head of Ukraine again and recognizing his talent, music and soul of you. It's a great opportunity to host Eurovision and show second time and present a beautiful city for world again. As mayor of Ukrainian capital, I know how important to promote the city. More than 200 million people watching around the world, and I'm more than sure the numbers of this year, the audience will be much bigger. Sun Lisbon will host contest in this spring. Thanks for Salvador Sobral and his soulful jazz ballad. Portugal has won the Eurovision Song Contest for first time ever. Everyone loves music. I'm confident it unites the world, make it kind of place to live, lifts people mood through music. Eurovision enables to discover culture, worldview, and liking of people from whole world. I'm congratulate Lisbon to look forward to the most exciting musical show. And I tell you true, I have small dream. It's very soon Ukraine will be winner again of Eurovision Song Contest. And that's why best regards to Lisbon from Kiev and all the best for everybody. And small symbol,
Okay.
Key of Kiev.
Yes. Thank
Thank you, Mr. Klitschko. So now,
Let's go. So, por favor, Mr.
So I think-
around.
I think now we are ready for the moment that seals the move from Kiev to Lisbon.
That's right.
Right?
And here is, it's heavy,
is
believe
a bit
me.
heavy.
Here is the insignia. All right. We keep it with you, Mr. Klitschko. This ceremony goes back to 2007 when Helsinki in Finland hosted the Eurovision Song Contest. And from then on, each year, the new host city adds an element to it. Here it is. This is the element added by Ukraine and by Kiev.
By Kiev.
And now, please.
You can proceed to the handover.
Thank you. Careful, it's heavy.
It's really heavy.
Can we have a round of applause? Thank you so much. That's great. So now the game is officially on. Eurovision is officially in Lisbon. Now we can clap, everyone.
Yes.
Yes. Thank you.
But as was mentioned, we are here because of some really unforgettable moments.
Yes.
And we still get emotional when we see these images and even when we hear the song. Let us share those moments with you right now.
Yes.
And here we see Salvador Sobral from Portugal.
Live from Kiev, Ukraine.
Let the Eurovision Song Contest 2017 begin!
Se dia alguém perguntar por mim,
Portugal! Congratulations, Portugal!
meu bem, ouve as minhas preces, peço que regresses, que me voltes. Our 12 points go to
Portugal. Portugal. Portugal.
Portugal!
Portugal. Parabéns. Congratulations.
Portugal is the winner of the Eurovision Song Contest 2017! Portugal!
Music is not fireworks. Music is feeling.
coração não quiser ceder. Ter paixão, não quiser sofrer. São fazer planos do que virá depois. Coração pode amar.
You couldn't hold yourself.
Yeah, no, we got
could you?
quite a little bit. It was a really emotional time for everyone in
Yes.
Portugal, and it still is. It still
Yes,
is.
beautiful. Well, so true.
Yes.
And now, RTP, Public Radio and Television, is hosting the Eurovision Song Contest for the very first time.
Yes, we are.
Shall we hear from RTP CEO?
Oh, yes, please, yes. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome, we have here Mr. Gonçalo Reis.
Thank you very much. It's just great to be here in this sunny, glorious day. And this is our winter, so just imagine how spring will be with Eurovision in Lisbon. It's great to be here at the mayor's house. Fernando Medina, you have been really a good friend and a really enthusiast of this project and a key player there. It's very good to have the mayor of Kiev, where Salvador Sobral just rose into world fame. It's good to have the Eurovision team and our partners, the Tourism Board of Lisbon and the Tourism Board of Portugal. And it's a great honor to have the Minister of Culture who knows the power of the creative industries. Now, the Eurovision is the greatest show, music show on earth. It's a great TV show, but it's much, much more than that. Because what we're projecting here is a concept, the All Aboard concept, which is the concept of a creative city, an inclusive city, a happy city, an inclusive and a culture that values diversity, and that is just the way the Portuguese are. And that is very, very, very important for us to convey this message to the whole world. I guess that we are now in a countdown mode, and we are very excited about that, because we have some brilliant ideas that will now go into practice. There is so much buzz around the contest. Ticket sales are breaking records. Tourism bookings are very encouraging. International journalists who are booking are very, very, very significant. So I think that we'll have a great event. We have the most beautiful presenters ever.
That's true.
Ever.
Thank you.
So we do look forward. We'll have a very, very exciting Eurovision in Lisbon and in Portugal. Thank you very much.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you so much, Gonçalo.
Thank you, Mr. Gonçalo Reis. And okay, so now let's move on. We are about to jump into the second part of today's program. For the allocation draw ceremony, we have the contest scrutineers here with us.
We do. So to start, the executive producer of the 2018 Eurovision Song Contest, please welcome Mr. João Nuno Nogueira. Bem-vindo, meu trio. Welcome.
Welcome.
The voting supervisor, Mr. Thomas Niedermeyer. Welcome, sir.
Welcome.
Nice to see you again. And finally, the executive supervisor of the Eurovision Song Contest. Please welcome Mr. Jono Lassans. Welcome.
Thank you.
Nice to see you.
So I would start with Mr. Jono Lassan. Can you tell us about your expectations about the Eurovision in Lisbon this year?
Well, we're already halfway in the race, and it has been a great pleasure for me and the team at EBU and also the reference group governing this big event to be here in Lisbon several times to overlook the preparations, to work closely with RTP, and we're very much looking forward to May, and it's a very short time from now.
Yes, it's true, and we all are actually.
And it's an honor to have you. Thank you so much. Let's give it up once again for Mr. Jono Lassan. Thank you. Yes, so much.
And now, the draw.
Yes.
So 6 out of the 43 participants will not compete in the semifinals.
That's right.
They are the so-called Big Five, that is France, Germany, Italy, Spain, and the United Kingdom. And they are directly qualified for the grand final.
Exactly.
The host country, Portugal, is also already qualified for the grand final.
That is it. However, they have to vote in one of the semifinals each. So the first step of this semifinal allocation draw will determine in which semifinal the 6 countries will present their songs, broadcast it live to their own country, and vote. But before that, Mr. Jono Lassan, are there any special requests for this first step of the draw?
Yes, the the Eurovision Song Contest reference group received a request from the Italian broadcaster RAI to vote in the second semi-final. This has been approved, and for that reason, there's no need for a draw when it comes to Italy this time.
Okay, so Italy will broadcast live and vote in the second semi-final. Let's just close Italy for now.
It's said and
this
done.
This is it. Okay.
Here it is.
So, Sylvia.
So, now, that is what we'll do right now. We have 5 countries to draw from these envelopes.
Yes, that's it. And I have these envelopes here with the semi-finals. I have to mix up right now. Can you mix up as well?
Yes, I'm going to mix.
Getting a bit nervous now, no?
Terribly, actually.
Okay. Okay, so, are you ready?
No.
Oh, so, okay. So I'll just mix
2
it up a little
seconds
bit.
more. Okay, we can start now. Let's go?
Yes.
So the first country, after Italy, of course, is France.
Yes. And France will vote in the second semi-final. Someone is happy there.
Yes.
Yes? Is it
Someone
good?
in the audience is happy.
We've made someone happy. That's good.
And now, the second country is, or the third in this case, United Kingdom.
Right. And the United Kingdom will vote in the first semi-final.
United Kingdom, first semi-final. Up next, we have Spain.
Oh, and Spain will vote. This is getting exciting now. In the first semi-final.
So Spain, first semi-final.
Very exciting.
Okay. Last 2.
Yes.
Portugal.
And Portugal will vote in the first semi-final.
We will vote in the first semi-final. So only one left, and we know which that one is, but let's check it out. Germany.
And of course, Germany will vote in the second semi-final.
So first step?
First step is done, Sylvia, is that right?
Yes, so let us see how it went. We have on the first semi-final, or voting in the first semi-final, Portugal, Spain, and United Kingdom. They will also broadcast the show live in their own country and vote in the first semi-final on the 8th of May.
Exactly. On the second semi-final, we have France, Germany, and Italy for the second semi-final. Of course, they will broadcast it live and vote. On the 10th of May, of course.
Of course.
So, are we ready for the next step?
Yes.
Are we?
But now, Filomena,
yes.
Now we'll have to draw all the other 37 countries.
We do.
We will pick one country from bowl number 1, then one country from bowl number 2 up to bowl number 6. All of them go to the first semi-final.
Yes.
And then repeat the process for the second semi-final. And again, back to the first semi-final until they all are allocated.
It seems complicated, but it's not. If you think about it, there are 6 countries in each of these bowls, except for bowl number 1 that has 7.
Oh, fantastic.
Yes, right?
Great.
So the distribution of the 37 countries in these 6 bowls is based, of course, on the voting pattern of the previous 12 years. And this, I think, will enhance some excitement.
Hopefully.
No?
No, it will definitely.
I think so.
Actually. So, and from these other bowls, we will pick out not only in which semi-final each country will play, but also if it will perform on its first or second half.
And because, of course, of the uneven number of semi-finalists this year, the host broadcaster RTP, together with the EBU, have decided that 19 participants will compete in the first semi-final and 18 participants will be allocated to the second semi-final. Of course, this was approved by the reference group of the Eurovision Song Contest.
Woo.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Are you ready?
So, Mr. Jon Olasan, should we go ahead?
I think you should go ahead, yes.
Let's go.
Let's go then.
Let's go.
So let's start. I will pick up the first country. Sylvia,
Okay.
are you ready?
Let's start with the first semi-final.
Yes. Mixing things up. First country. We have Switzerland.
Switzerland. Switzerland will go on the second half of the first semi-final.
Right, Switzerland is allocated. Next country. This is very exciting. Oh, second country is Finland.
Finland will go on the second half of the first semi-final.
Right. Are you ready, Sylvia, for more?
35 countries to go, Mana.
You're good at math, that's very good.
This will take a
Now
while.
we travel to Belarus.
Oh, Belarus. Belarus will go on the first half of the first semi-final.
Right. It's very exciting. Belarus is done.
This will take a while, but take your time.
This is very exciting. We have the power. This is very good.
Yes.
Bulgaria.
Bulgaria. Bulgaria will perform in the first half of the first semi-final.
Yes. Ready for more? Now we have Austria.
Austria. Austria will go on the second half of the first semi-final.
That'll be a good show. One more country.
First round almost ending.
Almost done. Lithuania.
Lithuania will go on the first half of the first semi-final.
Okay, so now we can continue and we can go to the second semi-final. Is that right?
Correct.
We go back. So, second semi-final. The first country is
first of 6.
Montenegro.
Montenegro is the first one, and Montenegro will perform on the second half of the second semi-final.
Love Montenegro. One more country. Are you ready? We are ready. Oh, it's Sweden.
Sweden. Sweden will perform in the second half of the second semi-final.
Yes. One more country this
I'm
time.
I'm starting to enjoy this, Philomena.
Yeah.
Yes.
Russia. Go on, Sylvia. Don't do this to us.
Russia. Okay. You want me to rush it?
No, I'm just excited.
Okay, so Russia will perform on the first half of the second semi-final.
Next country. May I? I may. Oh, Hungary.
So Hungary will perform in the second half of the second semi-final.
One more country this time.
Wow.
We go to Malta.
Malta. Second half of the second semi-final for Malta.
Malta. May I?
Last one that we will now allocate to the second semi-final.
Oh, is
before
Latvia.
switching to the first one again, we have Latvia.
Yes.
And Latvia will perform on the second half of the second semi-final.
Latvia is allocated. We shall go back to the first semi-final, please.
I'm
Going
already
back
here.
to the first semi-final. Oh, Albania.
Albania. Albania goes in the first half of the first semi-final.
We are getting close. One more country. This time, Ireland.
Ireland. Ireland goes on the second half of the first semi-final.
This time,
We have Armenia.
Armenia. Second half of the first semi-final for Armenia.
Okay.
Should I take my rings off?
No, I think we should just keep it and do some music. Cyprus.
Cyprus will go on the second half of the first semi-final.
I think we're keeping the music, Sylvia.
Mm-hmm.
No? I will stop. Sorry, Mr. Yelena-san. Czech Republic.
Czech Republic will perform on the first half of the first semi-final.
Oh, she's getting good.
Yes.
One more country. Belgium.
Belgium.
Yeah, that seems okay.
Yeah. Belgium. First half of the first semi-final.
Now things are getting serious. We're
Really
getting
serious.
back to the second semi-final.
Let's go back to the second
Sylvia, are you
semi-final.
ready?
Yes.
We'll go to Serbia.
Serbia. Should it be in the first or second half? Serbia. Serbia will go on the first half of the second semi-final.
Right here. Next country is Denmark.
Denmark. Denmark will go on the first half of the second semi-final.
It's good. One more country.
Wow.
And we have Georgia.
We are getting there, huh?
We are
getting there. Georgia will go on the second half of the second semi-final.
You know what's missing?
What?
Some
Music.
One more country. This time, Romania.
Romania. Romania will perform on the first half of the second semi-final.
Is everyone taking notes? And one more country. This time, we travel to Australia.
Australia will go on the first half of the second semi-final. Good.
Now it's getting good.
Yes.
Yeah. One more country, and now Poland.
Poland will go on the second half of the second semi-final.
Sylvia, shall we go back to the first semi-final then?
No, Mena.
No, so let's...
Of course.
I'm sorry. Next country for the first semi-final, Croatia.
Croatia. Should I?
Yeah.
Croatia, second half of the first semi-final.
Croatia. And now we have Iceland.
Oh. This one. Let's see.
Okay.
First half of the first semi-final for Iceland.
You have the power, Sylvia.
It's a song, isn't it? Also?
It is. Azerbaijan.
Azerbaijan. Azerbaijan will perform on the first half of the first semi-final.
Almost there. Ooh, Greece.
Greece, you
Yes.
said. Greece will perform on the second half of the first semi-final.
So, this one. Israel.
Israel. Israel will perform on the first half of the first semi-final.
This is the last one of the first semi-final, is that right?
Yeah, almost the last one,
Ah,
because
we have
then
one
you
more,
have
that's
one
right.
more, yes.
So Estonia this time.
Estonia. Estonia will perform on the first half of the first semi-final. Just one here.
Yes.
That we will allocate.
It's an even number. We have two here. So
After. Yes.
One.
Let's switch for the second semi-final.
Slovenia.
And now Slovenia. This one will go on the second half of the second semi-final.
So now you can make bets.
So 6 to go, Mena.
What was I mixing?
Yes.
I was mixing nothing.
You were mixing.
Norway.
Norway will perform on the first half of the second semi-final.
Mixing up. Now we travel to the Ukraine. Aha! See everyone. Let's see.
Mr. Vitaly Klitschko, Ukraine will perform on the second half of the second semi-final.
That's good.
On the 10th of May.
Getting to the last three. Moldova.
Moldova. Moldova will perform on the first half of the second semi-final. Amazing.
Okay, last two.
No, last
We
three.
see last
Yes.
three.
Two to the
last
second
one.
semi-final, one to the first semi-final.
San Marino.
San Marino. This one will go on the first half of the second semi-final. So,
Two countries left.
2 countries left. One place in the first semi-final, another one in the second. Let's start with the second semi-final.
The Netherlands.
The Netherlands. And here we have first half of the second semi-final for Netherlands.
So, of course,
Mena. Where is Portugal?
Portugal is already allocated.
Uh-huh.
We have the final country that
Oh,
is,
yeah,
of course, the former Yugoslav Republic of Macedonia.
Former Yugoslav Republic of Macedonia will go on the second half of the first semi-final.
Yes. So, now the draw is finally complete. All 37 countries know in which semi-final they will perform. Is that right, Sylvia?
Exactly. And if they run in the first or second half of their semi-final. So you have all of them aligned, names and flags. The exact running order of each semi-final will be decided later.
Yes. But what we have, I think, is already very exciting. We have fantastic shows coming up. So now you know when you have to pack your bags and come over and visit us, please.
That's right. You can't skip us. That's all for now. See you all in May for the 63rd Eurovision Song Contest, the first ever to be held in Lisbon, Portugal.
Thank you so much for coming. Thank you, Mr. Alassane. All aboard and see you then.
Bye-bye.
And thank you.
Hi, lady. See you there as well.